Colorado's second in the entire nation when it comes to prescription drug abuse, and the U.S. Attorney's Office pointing fingers at doctors.
News 5 has uncovered a dirty secret plaguing the profession, involving some doctors writing prescriptions for painkillers to make big profits.
We've learned there's a statewide prescription drug monitoring system to help prevent this type of activity, but sources tell News 5 the computer-based software is flawed.
Guardian investigative reporter Eric Ross shows us how the system failed one Colorado mother.
Growing up, Michael Foskett was just like any other kid.
He's a very sweet kid. He was liked by so many people.
Active in sports, Michael loved BMX racing. He had his whole life ahead of him. At 21, a car crash changed Michael's life forever. A back injury forced him into 6 months of painful physical therapy. To cope, doctors prescribed powerful painkillers, but a few months later, his mother Dawn noticed a change in Michael's behavior.
He started losing weight, and started stealing. It wasn't my son. He was never that way.
Dawn feared her son was stealing to feed a prescription drug addiction. And he was, through what's referred to on the streets as doctor shopping, going from doctor to doctor getting prescriptions for the same medication. He died of an overdose in 2012, but News 5 uncovered 7 years prior, in 2005, Colorado began a statewide prescription drug monitoring program, or PDMP, that's supposed to prevent this very thing from happening.
It's information available to both prescribers and dispensers so that they can choose to look up a specific patient as they fill a prescription or are thinking about writing a prescription.
The program is under the direct supervision of the state's Department of Regulatory Agencies, otherwise known as DORA. All pharmacies are required to enter prescriptions and refills into this database, but as we found out, they are not required to check on the patients themselves. In other words, no one is cross-checking patients who could have one or multiple prescriptions. Even doctors have been caught abusing the system. Louis Hampers, the former head of the emergency room at Children's Hospital in Denver, was able to obtain approximately 20,000 tablets of hydrocodone from 20 different pharmacies before being caught. And News 5 noticed another loophole. Physicians are not required to enter any of the prescriptions they write into the database, making it harder for the feds to keep tabs on doctors.
We have focused in the U.S. Attorney's Office on bringing to justice doctors who are abusing their prescription drug authority. In fact, we've charged 7 doctors, including a dentist and others, for that kind of abuse, and these are serious charges.
The motive is often money and drug company kickbacks. Former Colorado doctor David Hogue is serving 5 years probation for illegally issuing prescriptions for oxycodone and hydrocodone to 2 accomplices, taking half for his personal use and selling the rest. Dr. Kevin Clemmer, now serving 48 months in federal prison after overprescribing OxyContin to patients. One died after overdosing. He was busted after undercover officers targeted his clinic and got pain meds in a matter of minutes.
And just because they're doctors, no special treatment when going through the justice system. They're just as guilty as the street drug dealer selling cocaine or heroin on the street.
Absolutely. Doctors are, like anyone else, subject to the federal laws that prohibit the illegal distribution of drugs.
So far, 4 other Colorado doctors have been charged with illegally dispensing controlled substances and money laundering. All are awaiting trial.
They're killing people just to live in a nicer house, drive a bigger car, and that sickens me. They should be ashamed.
Now, Dawn is working with the DEA to build a case against Michael's doctor. As always, we'll let you know whether he is eventually charged in the near future. Meanwhile, the U.S. Attorney's Office and DEA says if they could save one life by taking down these dangerous doctors, their mission successful. Reporting live tonight outside the Colorado Springs DEA headquarters, Eric Ross, News 5 Guardians.
Eric, thank you. New